Hey everybody, Ian Campbell here with Mission Suite. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about account-based marketing. I want to say about a month ago, I put together a blog article on the Mission Suite blog. I'll link to it in the notes there about account-based marketing. I think it was about 2 months ago that I actually went to an event hosted here by the Business Marketing Association of Colorado, and it was all about account-based marketing or account-based revenue, or however you want to, whatever you want to look at it as. But what they talked a lot about the particulars of account-based marketing, and some of the things that they've done and things that they've seen and whatnot. And what I realize is that there's a lot of people out there that probably don't know what account-based marketing is. And recently I've been looking at some of the question boards and the forums and like Reddit and whatnot, and I've been seeing a lot of questions about that because, again, people don't know exactly what account-based marketing is. So I figured I'd talk a little bit about it on my blog, and then excuse me, and ultimately talk a little bit about it here as well, just because there is a lot to there's a lot to address with account-based marketing. And so I'm not going to cover everything here, but what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about the basics of what it is, just so you have an idea for if you start looking into account-based marketing or start deciding to do anything with it, so you'll have an idea as to what it is and what you're actually going to be looking for. So account-based marketing is actually pretty simple. At its core, the key concept is a pretty simple one. Basically, all you're doing with account-based marketing is you're taking a target list of target accounts that you want to get into, and that can be a total addressable market of like 20,000, 30,000 people, or it can be a list of your top 100 or whatever the case might be. Obviously the more contacts that you go after, the more expensive it's going to be, the more time it's going to take, and so on and so forth. But it's basically taking one list and saying, okay, I'm going to create a strategy, a marketing strategy, and kind of a tactical plan to get the people on this list to look at my offering, to look at my solution, to go from cold traffic or just kind of somebody out there to an actual lead. And so it's ultimately you're going to be doing a lot of different things, but it's basically a strategy to move people from a cold prospecting list to a warm lead using marketing efforts. Right, and so ultimately, of course, you've got to connect it to sales, and you've got to make sure that that things are working together. But yeah, I mean, at its core, that's all account-based marketing is. So, what do you need for an account-based marketing strategy? So, basically what you need is a target list, right? I mean, first and foremost, you need a target list, and then you can start targeting those specific people on things like LinkedIn, right? So you can actually target people in specific companies with your LinkedIn advertising. You can do IP address targeting with Google. You can do targeting on Facebook to folks that are kind of in that are working in that company as well. So getting people out of the cold traffic mode, getting them to a point where they've seen your stuff, and then ultimately remarketing to them and presenting them with different information and whatnot, so that they ultimately again become a lead, so that eventually they see something that creates that trigger that says I need to look into this more. So I mean, that's really, like I said, that's core. That's all account-based marketing is, and it's nothing new. I mean, we've been doing, the salespeople have been doing this for at least 20 years since I've been doing it. It's been target account selling. It's been, there's been a bunch of different names for it, but it's nothing new. It's just kind of a different iteration of what we've been doing already. But now since we have all these great tools like our email list that we can add people to, or the CRMs that we can use and score people based on specific things, so that our target list kind of rises to the top there, things like that. So there's a lot that you can do with it, but it's just a matter of you've got to start with a list, and then ultimately like I said, you're just creating those marketing efforts to be specific to that group of people. So Tuesday, I'll get a little bit deeper into this, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Talk a little bit more about how to go about targeting those folks, and kind of some specific strategies that I've done in the past, that I've used in the past, to just to give you a little bit more info and a little bit more information on how to actually go about doing these things, and actually give you some actionable information. But today, like I said, I just wanted to make sure that I kind of addressed just what account-based marketing is, because like I said, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. So anyway, with that, I hope you all had a great 4th of July, and I hope your week is wrapping up well, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And I will look forward to seeing you again on Tuesday. Cheers.